Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching Fate the WINX Saga. This episode 4 of the second season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the first 3 episodes. If you'd like to watch today's episode full, it is available in the description for free. Just click that link, put the password in and enjoy. So we're definitely picking up and it's definitely getting interesting. Last episode, you know, there were so many powerful, influential people being invited to the school because Rosalind wants to take that full position of power, doesn't she? She wants to be, you know, sworn in pretty much as the full-time headmistress. So she's trying to impress everybody. She had this big massive banquet going, you know, Stella, her uncle was there, you know, obviously the Queen's brother. All stops was being pulled out. You know, we had the girls, they was trying to use this as a diversion so they can sneak into the place obviously where Devon escaped for, and they could try and get some information that Rosalind is not the person that all these actually believe that she is. So they've gone, they've used obviously Bloom as being the person that was going to do this, but she's been pulled in by Rosalind. She's kind of Rosalind's little trophy. Look what we've got at the school. We've got a fire, you know, fairy. Everybody's kind of like smitten and everybody's excited about her. And, you know, it's left her unable to do the task. Just like Stella was unable to go with the girls to obviously capture, well, actually free Silver. You know, Rosalind managed to step in the way and stop that by obviously bringing Stella into her office, and the way she's done it here didn't go to plan. It was going to be Bloom that was going to go and get this information, and boom, mate, she's been pulled in by Rosalind. They've had to think on the feet, and Aisha's gone. Now she's gone in, she's looking, she's trying to find information, and she was attacked by one of them mad worms, innit? You were seeing at the start when Devon was attacked. Luckily for her, you know, we had his cousin at hand as well. She used science, well, not science, but she pretty much smashed it, then burnt it, and you know, and they took pictures and he sent it through, and that's the proof that they needed, mate. The girls were like, yes, this is it, we can expose her, we can get her out of the school. Stella decided to go in and try and expose it to everybody, and it actually backfired. You know, she's telling the whole alumni how bad Rosalind is, and Rosalind actually used it to her advantage. She knew something like this was going down, and she actually brought Devon in. He's not even dead, mate. We thought he died, we thought that she extracted these powers from him and she was harnessing it for herself. You know, from what we've been told in the first 3 episodes, I believe that, you know, Rosalind was the people inviting all of these creatures to the school so that they can attack the you know, the fairies, and then she can actually harness and get stronger. But no, mate, we was learning that it was a blood witch that's actually sending these things into the school, and they are the ones causing the chaos, and everybody has to unite together with Silver, mate. She hasn't even taken Silver as a prisoner. She actually wanted to free him and pardon him for the crimes that he's committed so that he could be on their side, so that they could be stronger and united together to fight these blood witches, which excites me because it's a massive twist that I never expected. So I'm really looking forward to obviously seeing where we go from here. You know, Bloom was asking about the blood witches. She was saying that I don't know anything about them, you know, but if we do find these blood witches, they'll be able to tell you everything that you need to know about your parents. Again, very exciting because Bloom's still wondering where's she from, and obviously why is she the only one that can actually transform currently. Also, we see Beatrix at the very end of the episode. She was sat outside and she was drinking alone, and she was attacked by all of these creatures. So who knows what's happened to her? Can't wait to find out in today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out today's video. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into episode 4 of season 2 of Fate the WINX Saga.
If the blood witches have her.
That's exactly what they would expect, for us to react, so they can pick off fairies one by one.
If they want fairies, why don't we give them one? She's like a daughter to me.
She is your daughter technically though, isn't she?
I told you not to form emotional attachments.
Tell me you got something to save me from grading.
Well, actually, I do.
Oh, I mean, in the concept of that, he's choosing somebody over, you know, sacrifice somebody for his daughter. You can't really be mad at it. You know, it's savage. It actually is savage. And he is forming an emotional attachment, you know. Rosalind's saying, don't do it. But you can already see it. It's flickering. It started with Sky. 100% has started with it. When he went to the house to burn it down, he took a photo, didn't they? Last episode, he gave him some champagne. Slowly creeping in.
I cannot believe you didn't do the reading. I've been swimming a lot this week. Is that what they're calling it? Swimming? What's Gray's favorite stroke?
Breaststroke.
I know about blood witches. They aren't super common, but they are a thing. Back then, blood witches were so powerful that they could control people's bodies from miles away.
Wait, that's what Blood Witch actually done. Come to the school and kill that girl in the first episode, didn't it? Makes sense.
Now that I'm back, I'll be taking over ranged combat. The the primary method of taking down the scrapers. Let's see what you got.
I heard Rosalind sent her on a courier mission, and when I tried to ask him about it, he pretty much told me to fuck off. So, you don't know anything, do you, Riven?
Nope. You know, for homing hours, these fucking suck.
Kane's gonna get it though.
What was that, Riven?
Protect him while I simulate.
Her eyes are so thick. That was pretty good, that, actually.
I cannot believe Amy Leroy is going to be the new professor. My parents are obsessed with her. Yeah, my dad too. It's going to be so weird without him and Sam. Wait, why are you going to the Bastion? Gonna meet up with a friend.
Riven.
I know all your friends, Thor, and they live in the suite, so... Riven. I guess tell Riven I said hi. It took me 3 days to get through. I'm just reading it. How have you had time to do this and run a school?
Sleepers for the week. Take another look at those reports.
When are we going after them? The Blood Witches. You said they'd know where I came from.
When the time is right. The Blood Witches haven't come for you yet, but they will.
If the dragon.
No.
The Dragon Flame won't protect you from a knife in the back. They act on emotion. And emotion is good for one thing. Magic.
What's Andreas's magic? Like, what is his? Who's he texting that to as
Never let
well?
your emotions cloud your judgment.
I'm confused. Oh, word is Rosalind's out today, so we're gonna hit up a pub in Blackbridge called the Grapevine.
We?
Yes,
pub?
we. As in this week has been a lot, and we could use a break.
He smashed it in. Look at him.
I'm drinking. Cheap alcohol mixed with different cheap alcohol.
Oh, is he?
Continue drinking. I'm
I'm not even gonna begin to tell you how beautiful you look, because that'd be cringy.
telling me you're not gonna tell me might actually make it cringier.
How Dame Leroy made it in. Exciting. She's a ledge.
Yeah, so is my dad. It's a shame him and Sam had to leave.
Oh, now she's getting sadness and anger.
I'm gonna go and get some napkins.
See, right? Do you know Musa? Her power, right? It's good and it's bad, innit? Like, I think in a lot of situations it can massively help you because you can read the room. You ever hear that where people can't read the room? They're either talking too much or pissing somebody off, or do you know what I mean? And they're just digging themselves a bigger hole, but you would know it. Or you would know if someone's attracted to you, or if you liked, or if you wanted there. You know what I mean? There's so many situations. Even at work, for example, if you're doing a presentation, you're meeting, you're with the boss, you could sense it, you know what's happening, you know if it's all going well. But on the other hand as well, if someone's mad and angry at you, jealous, you've upset them, you get in that emotion. So, like, it works in two ways. I think that hers is, like, really good and really bad at the same time, but I think it's really beneficial to have. Now, I feel like Tara likes Riven, and she's obviously well jealous of, you know, the attention that he's putting on to her cousin. But, again, I actually thought it was interesting what... Rosalind said to her that obviously Beatrix has been taken by the Blood Witch. Now we actually know that's what it was that taken her, and you should never really act on emotions, and that is literally what her dad's doing. He's acting on emotions and he's not thinking level-headed. But also, she did tell, Bloom to not tell anybody because it'd cause mass panic, because you don't know how people are going to react, which I agree with, but I would tell my close-knit circle. I would have told these girls that she was taken so that everybody could be on the lookout and be on like a bit of warning, do you know what I mean? Like a bit more on edge, just to make sure that everybody's safe.
I cannot imagine why you'd be calling and not texting.
Yeah, this was a long shot.
That is a sick voicemail.
I couldn't find your whiskey. I did, however, find your crops. I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but I'm worried about you.
Starting early.
I really liked her voicemail then. Why are you calling, not
When I
texting?
asked you to meet me here, you promised not to tell Silva. That is a lot of paper.
It's a big catering company.
You really think that's how the Blood Witches got in?
Caterers are everywhere. They're practically
In and
invisible.
out.
Do not condone underage drinking. Never. Wouldn't think about it. But I equally do not condone sitting in a pub, avoiding your friends and doing work.
But you're the only one that I can tell.
Yeah, totally. But you're also a fucking teenager, Bloom. Don't forget that.
Yeah, there's a place nearby that I really want to show you.
Friends
All
are...
have their own stuff going on, and you're allowed to have yours too.
That is true.
I've been nothing but nice to him. And I was clear about what it was going into it.
Yeah, you were just having fun, right?
Yeah, I said that from the start though. But she's thinking about herself as well. He did say that with Dane though from the start.
Dealing with everyone's emotions, I mean, I can barely deal with my own.
Today at the Bastion, I felt you. You were crystal clear.
That's why I love training so much. Right? You don't think, you don't feel, you just do.
See, that's like driving.
Try it.
Hammerstrom was killed last night. Whoever the new faction is, they're powerful.
Tell me where she is.
Go
It
on.
would be scary if this loser were actually a blood witch.
In control by one now. Ah, it's well good. That facial expression's well good for me. Yo, that facial expression was well good for me, and he was selling it so good. Now, how far does the distance have to be away? Because he was a little bit... Whoever that Blood Witch was there was closer to Andreas than the first Blood Witch that we seen to that girl. There was a bigger distance between them, and obviously he made her stab herself in the neck. So I think they're very, very interesting. It's good that they use a decoy as well. I wonder if they forcefully sent that other guy in. He looked like he was a mind fairy as well, that one that come in, the same as Musa, but... That was a good scene, that. Proper savage.
Well, I want you back before sundown.
Or what?
Excuse me?
Trying to figure out what the consequence will be. Will it be a silver-style lecture?
Into your commanding officer.
I'll be back
That's
at
true.
a reasonable hour. Andreas has barely said anything to me since the banquet. Starting to get him.
I don't think that Andreas's mood has anything to do with you and Silva. If there's anything I've learned from working with Rosalind is that things are just more complicated than they seem.
The dance party's begun.
Do you want to go back?
Look at him in the
If I
back.
did, I'd have 10 minutes of fun. They'd get mad at me for ruining the fun. I'd get mad at myself for letting that bother me. Then we'd all go to sleep angry.
Is this where the bad boy offers a new girl a hit?
Nah. New girl would say no. Or new girl's friends would find out either way. Drama waiting to happen.
How do we all feel about darts, me and Kat versus...
What did you say to him? I was just looking out for you. He's not a good guy.
Hell cares. I'm not proposing to him. We're literally just friends hanging out.
Oh, Beatrix? I mean, I don't know. Wait, no way, mate. She's being pulled.
Talking about is this abandoned lodge a few kilometers outside of town.
You could get all these at once if you was playing them.
Nobody's grabbing anyone or going anywhere.
Go on.
Rosalind told me that Beatrix was kidnapped.
Look, she told me not to tell anyone. She didn't want a panic. Bella told you?
Yeah, tell me what was going on. It'd be nice if my girlfriend ever did the same.
Did she tell you it's a trap?
Look, we've been training for this, okay? Specialists can take out scrapers, while mind fairies protect us from the Blood Witch magic.
He can't be involved, even though I said he could be.
I can't remember the last time I just did nothing. Wait, what is that?
I don't see anything.
Dominated him. That was good. Done good there, Aisha. Hey, that looks well sick, doesn't it? Before we get into this, right, do you know what she just done there by what start and splashed him with the water? Don't know, you've probably seen it before when people do those challenges, you know, where they pretend they put a coin in a plastic bottle and people look over and they squeeze it in the face. Well, the ones that have the squirty top, so not the ones that you could just, like a bottle cap that you can open and pour, the ones that, like, you know, you pop it open and you squeeze it and it squirts out. You can get your friends with them. If you go like, oh, smell that, like, can you smell it? And then they go to smell it and then you can just pop hair in the face. I've been done off that so many times, honestly. It's well funny. But the interesting thing there, what she was just saying, is that it's stuck in two minds. Like, I actually do believe that this is a trap. I feel like the Blood Witches are pulling the fairies in. They get them all in one place, defenseless. They're pretty much noobs, aren't they? Let's be honest. They're only just starting to train right now. So even if the 5 go and they get 4 of them, that's a massive success in it. And what are the odds that Rosalind has gone to the capital and somehow Beatrix has now got a phone and she's like, come help me, and they're all going to go, do you know what I mean, without any of the leaders and commanders with them. So on Bloom's objective look at it, it's a setup, it's a trap, it is. But I like on the other side that even though it could possibly be a trap, they know now that somebody could be there and they want to go and save them. And I have to respect it. I think that's good. I do like it. It's always dark, innit? It's always night time.
You sure you want to do this?
See, Riven, do you know what? I don't even mind Riven's character, me.
You don't always have to save the day, Bloom. I know that's a tough pill for you to swallow.
You're right, I could just sit there and dictate like a princess.
Physically, I cannot leave the border of Althea because Rosalind implanted this thing in me.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because of the looks that you're giving me right now.
I'm glad that's out there, that, though. You know, they all thought that she wanted a team player.
She's still alive. If she's unconscious, how did you text Stella?
Innit? Finally, someone's thinking objectively. Ah, Andreas has been taken over. His eyes.
There's something wrong with him.
Run.
She should have picked up Beatrice's body. Oh, stab it, go on. Oh, go on. Oh, it's got her. Go on, stab it again, man.
There's something wrong with my magic. Your magic is going to falter, but if it only bit you for a second, it'll be temporary. Scrapers need to completely drain you for the effect to be permanent.
Well, somebody knows him. No! Is there? No. Oh, music's going. I feel like someone could get stabbed.
You see music?
Look, he's concerned. I actually like Riven.
You heard music.
so it's a trap.
And I'm going after the one who said it. There's one person who hates Andreas and Rosalind more than anyone.
It's the store guy, yeah, the one that actually gave her the folder.
I can't believe I trusted you.
Ballsy of you to come along.
I assumed all the scrapers would be at the lodge for your little trap. You're powerless.
Oh.
Blood witch magic doesn't work on fairies.
What do you think I've been doing with fairy magic?
Oh, he's becoming
Sticking
one,
it in
mate.
a jar for a rainy day.
Checks his.
I know everything about you. Where you grew up, what sports you played as a little kid, what your parents do for a living. I also know about the other ones.
If you stayed with me, you could have all the answers by now.
Oh, that was pretty sick, that, wasn't it, mate?
Bloom, hey. Oh, great timing.
Why do you always have to second guess me? Like with Riven.
This isn't about Riven. But yeah, Riven is a perfect example of you not thinking things through and then making some terrible decision that I have to clean up.
Liam's got better info to give you.
Does that mean you found the blood witch?
Sebastian.
Little shit.
He said that he knew my birth parents and that he'd tell me if I betrayed you.
But he didn't.
Told you blood witches fight dirty. Take the win.
Hey, mate, it is a win. You've actually learned quite a bit, haven't you?
The last thing I remember was one of those scraper things coming after me.
She lost some of her powers now because of it. You know, as that guy acquired them, Sebastian, all of them himself.
Riven and I kissed a few years ago. We rented our own beer one night, but we got drunk and I kissed him. But afterwards he started ignoring me. Felt like shit, so I did the same. Before Riven and I kissed, I knew it wasn't what I wanted, but I had to try it.
She fancies that girl that she was treating her in the greenhouse.
Made me out. Not into guys. I think I'm gay. Is that weird?
God, no.
How's that weird? Just normal.
I thought I had it, Bloom. You broke the connection, but it only lasted a second.
Oh, fuck me. Don't kill that. Don't kill him.
It was too strong. Sebastian was too strong.
How's Andreas?
Oh, he stabbed him.
His body back.
That's savage, that, for you, Sky. That is a tough fucking choice, mate. I kind of feel tight on him, to be honest. Like, well, Sky and his dad.
Should have got there sooner.
No, you got there exactly when you were supposed to.
Where's Musa?
I need some help.
Oh, she looks like Lara Croft. She looks like she's been in the actual war. Oh, mate, I'd be disappointed if Musa dies. I actually really do like her. I was saying before, I want her that her power is kind of underrated, but kind of like a curse and a blessing at the same time. She can manage to get inside people's heads and read situations and rooms, but also it can have a negative impact on you. Now, I actually really like what Terry just said there. If we just go and focus on her for a second, because it is big, that she was saying that she was gay, but I actually kind of felt it anyway. You know, I actually thought that she was into Riven and she was jealous. I have to agree. I thought she was bisexual, so I can't say I thought she was 100% gay. I actually thought, after obviously watching the show and she's kissed Riven and obviously she's kissed Dane and she was going through all that sort of stuff, like it was just last episode when that girl was sat there and she was bandaging her up and she was talking to her and she was looking at her, and I was just like, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it with you, and I don't know if I mentioned it or said it, but I definitely deep down within, I was getting those vibes, and I'm glad that she's just come out and said that she's gay there. And to be honest, I don't care at all. Like, literally makes no difference. Like, Riven, he's, you know, he's bisexual. Dane, I would say he's bisexual as well. Do you know what I mean? And like, that doesn't change their character one little bit. And like, I do love it when, you know, when people actually be themselves, because that's literally all that matters. Doesn't matter what sexuality you are, what race you are, what, you know what I mean? Like, what gender, nothing. Just like being you for you is the best form of yourself, and it's good that she can get it and be out there. And maybe we get a different type of character. Maybe she gets more confidence. You know what I mean? Maybe speaking out loud is a big, massive weight off her shoulders, because we all know about having weight and pressure and stuff on us, and like once it's released, it's like, oh, you feel like a new person, fresh, and it'd be good to see a character obviously for the final few episodes. But that savage what Sky's just had to do there, he's just had to kill his dad, mate, to save his dad's best mate, but basically the guy that brought him up in his life, not his real dad, let's call it his foster dad. He's had to kill his real dad to save his foster dad. All because a blood witch was coming and tricking him, and absolutely savage. And it was it was the mate as well, Sebastian. That's what makes it actually even worse. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's been in there, he's helped Silver, but he's also used it. He's been extracting powers away from them, and it seems like, obviously, his magic's not working on the fairies, but you see that he's been acquiring them here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he used a bit of, it looked like Beatrix's powers when he was in there, when he electrocuted the floor and the TVs come on. He's shown some of the other guys, you know, like the water that he's extracted as well. I actually think it's really good, and you know what? Bloom's flickering on you. I think that Bloom could be swayed me onto the baddie side. She might say that she's fully strong. Yeah, you know, I'm here fighting, blah blah blah. But like, I feel like all this past and all the story that's unknown to her, if people come and said to her, literally, I know where your mum is, I know where your dad is, he's still alive, I'm friends with them, I know where you come from, I could tell you history, come with me, she would go. Like, I feel like she was considering it before, obviously, Aisha turned up, and then obviously now she's like, nah, you know, I wasn't going to consider it, and she's using it in that way. But for a moment, I definitely thought that she might be going to it, so it's interesting to see. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. As always, if you do want to watch the full episodes on all of the videos on the channel, just check the link in the descriptions, put that password in and enjoy. So Sky, he has actually killed his dad. Now, it was a trap. It was. Bloom was right, you know. It was too good to be true. What is the coincidence, yeah, that Rosalind has left the school, she's gone to the capital, she's searching more, you know, in the information for, obviously, the Blood Witches, and obviously, during this absence, we all get a text, you know, Beatrix, come save me, I've been kidnapped, you know, I'm here in this location. Too good to be true, isn't it? Bloom knew that, but she was withholding this information, obviously, to the gang. You know, obviously, Rosalind told her not to tell anybody. I said during the episode that what I would have done is not told anybody within the school, but would have told my close circle, would have told, obviously, Sky, Estella, Musa, and Aisha, and obviously, Tara. I would have actually explained the situation. I'd say, look, we're going to this pub, we are going to have a good time, but somebody's here, somebody's attacking people, and Beatrix is missing. We need to be on our guard. You know what I mean? But she didn't. She decided to withhold that information, and this text come in. The girls was like, right, let's go. We're going to go and save her. And then she's had to spill it that she knows what's been going on, and she's been withholding the information. So the girls might be a bit salty here and there, but you know, at the end of the day, Bloom was saying it's a trap, it's too good to be true. Trying to pull us into one location, trying to get us all here and going to attack us. That is indeed what happened, you know. A couple of them actually decided to go. Riven, obviously, Sky and Musa. They was like, look, we've got a chance to go and save her. She's there, she's not, then we'll have to deal with it. The rest have gone back to the school and tried to muster up a plan. Obviously, Bloom, she's been looking, she's been trying to figure out who it is. She's figured it out. It is Sebastian. She's gone to his office and broke that seal, like I said. Just enough time for her, obviously, you know, the connection between them so Silver can be saved, and obviously Sky can actually kill his dad, which is savagely. And another interesting thing is Musa's there. She's fighting. She's been bit by one of them. You know, her arm's really bad at the minute that we seen it. You know, her powers was flickering. She was trying to, you know, cover equilibrium. She was trying to obviously get inside her own head, shut everybody's out, focus, figure out who's there. Do you know what I mean? And we've seen Riven come and bring her at the end. She's in a bad way, mate. Blood all over her. She's dripping. Looks like Lara Croft after being in an absolute scrap. And hopefully she's not died. But like I said, mate, Sebastian, he's told, you know, he's told Bloom that I know your parents, I know your history. If you join me, come with me, you know, you'll learn so much. In the small period of time that you've been searching for me, you could have been here gaining, acquiring knowledge and power. Looks like she was considering accepting the offer, but no, mate. Aisha's come in, she's interrupted it, and he's managed to flee through the portal. So that's very interesting. Also, I've got to say, Rosalind, yeah, the way we picked her up last season, I thought she was going to be a proper arsehole. She did actually kill the old principal, didn't she? And obviously buried her in the back garden. So, I mean, I'm not saying she's a great person, but I thought she was going to be way worse and way more bitchy than she actually is. So far, she seems like she actually cares about what's happening to the school. She's trying to defend them. She knows the Blood Witches are coming. She's reading ancient text. She's trying to get defenses up. She's training the students. She's treating Bloom well. She thinks she's the only one that can actually save them. Do you know what I mean? She's putting positions and you know, defenses in place. She's going to acquire knowledge. I'm not saying she's a great person, but what I'm saying is she's doing a lot to actually help them as well. She might be being a bitch and doing some other stuff. She has got other people locked on in beds, hasn't she? You know, Devin was the first, but she might not now, actually, because last episode she did say that with the help of Terra putting that injection into Devin, that she managed to actually use it and recover all three of the people that have been attacked from them, and they're all back into safety now. Do you know what I mean? They're all back normal. So you know what, she might not be as bad as we actually think she is. I'm expecting a twist to come later on down the series, only because of the way a character's been portrayed and what I expect, but so far I'm actually liking how she's going. I actually like Riven as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's played off as well as a character. He's a hit and miss, but I don't mind him. You know, he was there. He's actually concerned about you know, about Musa, and he was going in and he's going to get her. Now, he's another one that I'm interested to see where his storyline goes, because he's dabbled a bit in Danes, he's dabbled a bit with, obviously, with Terra, now Musa, he's obviously good friends with Sky, and obviously he likes Beatrix as well, and I think she kind of likes him, but they kind of fell out because she's been snooping and trying to acquire information. And what's happening with her as well? She lost her powers. We did see that Sebastian took some of her, do you know what I mean, after she's been attacked. Obviously, he's acquired that electricity that he hit on the floor and it got to the TVs. Now she's been taken back to the school and she's completely lost it, or what? Because if he was listening, yeah, when he was speaking to Musa on the phone, they were saying that, look, mate, your powers are going to be redundant for a couple of minutes or a couple of hours, because that thing, if it just bites you for a little bit, it would just suppress them for a little bit. The only way that it could take your whole magic is if it takes it and it drains your whole body, and maybe that's what it's actually done to, obviously, Beatrix, because it wasn't one that hit her, it was like 10. Do you know what I mean? So she's been through a bit of a war. I also like how, obviously, Stella has actually told her friends that she's got that on her back now. At first, they all thought that she was just being lazy, thought that she couldn't be bothered helping, she's being moody, not coming out to the party, but now she's actually expressed the reason why, and hopefully they can figure out how to get this off her back. I'd actually go over to Rosalind and say, look, mate, for us acquiring this information, for us finding out it's Sebastian, knowing that he's the Blood Witch and everything that we acquired, we've done something, you should help us in return, and please take that off her back. Do you know what I mean? But who knows, mate? Can't wait to find out, obviously, how the rest of the season goes. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.